Hello, General Rodek is hailing us.
There has been a large-scale battle in this system. We are analyzing the debris. It appears the losing side possessed technology roughly a century behind our own. Preliminary scans indicate that the battle was very one-sided. I recommend we take a closer look at some of the nearby debris.
Alright, let's start a scan. I took the deflector off because it was annoying me. It's like I said, like that constant whine's gonna get a bit old. I can try throwing it on this, though. It's not quite the same effect as with the Venture Neck. It does look cool, but in sector space, there is no escaping that whine. Like, you pan out a little bit, and it's gone. It is not gone in sector space. It is there. It is there for keeps. Let's take it off. Take it off, take it off. Is there a thing? Oh. I'm stuck on debris, that's why.
Our scans are showing the wreckage of dozens of ships. They weren't all military either. I'm seeing remains of freighters, mining ships, research craft, even luxury vessels.
It smells like a trap to me. Was this a Zenkithy?
Unclear at the moment. We have not detected any Zenkethi debris in the field yet. Whoever did this was powerful, but not honorable. There is no honor in attacking the weak. I'm detecting strong energy signatures ahead. Further scans may prove to be more conclusive.
I'm going to go ahead and say Zenkithy. Agree. Let's move to the energy signatures and scan them. So, the Zenkethi were a thing in canon that was mentioned several times. I think they were mentioned in TNG a couple times. They were definitely mentioned as part of Sisko's backstory a couple times in Deep Space Nine. And they were never shown on screen, so Star Trek Online actually gets to realize them for the first time in the entire franchise, which is cool. You gotta admit that. That's a really cool job to have. That's a really cool thing to get to do. They were described by, I think it was Robert Hewitt Wolfe, he of Andromeda and Alpha's fame, as heavily armored lizard things, and that's essentially what Cryptic has tried to realize. They're basically giant iguanas. Scan debris. In all the pictures they've shown.
Around 50 ships were involved in the battle. Many were lightly armed, if at all. I am reading traces of engine-grade plasma ahead. It does not match that left by the local craft. Perhaps the aliens managed to score a hit to the engines of an enemy ship. I suggest we advance and investigate further.
Right, we'll move to the new energy signature and analyze it. That's what we do. Analyze things. I'm impressed. I haven't had to kill anything yet. Let's go ahead and prime that again. And besides, I can't really have the Venture skin if they, like, release a TNG interior, which they never will. They're not doing that. Like, they never will. We're 7 years in. There's a Deep Space Nine interior, a Voyager interior, a TOS interior. We're 7 years into this fucking game, and there's no TNG interior. They're not going to do that. And if they do, they're going to do something to screw over everybody else who bought, like, a Galaxy over the 7 years the game has been out, and, like, put it only in a bundle that, like, you can't buy because you own a Galaxy, so it's not in the store. Pisses me off still. The knowledge that even if I want to give them my money, I'm not going to be allowed to because of their weird-ass marketing. It's just... Scan. Do the scan. I want a TNG interior.
This is all that is left of a Zinkethi vessel. It appears the aliens detonated the warp core of one of their capital ships after ramming the Zinkethi at full impulse. They fought with honor. For them, it was a good day to die.
Tell me more about the Zenkethi.
They are reptilian, territorial, and aggressive. In battle, they are ruthless and devious. If they fought with honor, they would almost be respectable warriors. They fought the Empire and the Federation and lost. It appears they are preparing for another war, but with whom? I dislike riddles. Let us get to the truth of these attacks.
Sooner the better.
Perhaps they are testing the weapon against planets that are not part of the Alliance, hoping that we will turn a blind eye to their crimes. Once they have perfected the weapon, they will certainly use it on their old enemies. And their list of enemies is long. We should continue our investigation. There may be more clues in this area.
Agreed. Let's continue to scan the area. So far, Rodek is impressing me. He hasn't tried to hit something with his sword. Granted, there hasn't been anything to hit with a sword, but being a Klingon, I'm sure he could find something.
I'm receiving a distress call. It's very faint. I'm sending you the coordinates.
I am way ahead of you. Literally. I'm literally way ahead of you. I'm literally here, in front.
I don't know who you are or where you came from, but thank you.
What happened here?
What can I tell you?
My name's Drake.
Egan Burin, captain of the Pavini starship Bastion. Or what's left of her, anyway. Most of my crew was planetside on shore leave when the invaders warped into the system. We went into battle with a skeleton crew. It's a miracle we survived.
Indeed.
What can I tell you?
Why did they attack you?
I honestly have no idea. Until today, we had never seen them. We hailed them. They didn't answer, and then they started shooting. They just kept firing, even when we tried to surrender. And then some sort of energy bomb went off on the homeworld. It killed everyone. They finished off the rest of our ships and left. Somehow they missed us.
I wouldn't call that fortunate. They just watched their homeworld get burned to a crisp.
What can I tell you?
Do you have any nearby allies or safe havens?
No. We had no colonies, no allies from other worlds. Until today, we were our own worst enemies. The powers that be on Povan fought amongst themselves from time to time, and everyone thought we were one step away from a global war. In the end, we put all of that behind us to fight these aliens as one. And we still lost.
The dialogue says you're still here, but given that he just watched his species get exterminated, that's going to be really cold comfort. Your species is kind of done. I doubt if there are any other surviving ships. They had no other colonies. Everybody was on that planet. So, telling him that it's okay, you're still here? Yeah, but so what?
What can I tell you?
Can we do something to help you right now? We can save what few of them are left. I don't know, that ship. That ship isn't terribly large. Maybe if it had a complement of a couple hundred? I don't know. A complement of a couple hundred might be a stable enough colony, but... yeah. Like, even if it's barely a stable enough pool of genetic diversity, oh, it's gonna be rough. You're still in trouble. Can we do anything to help you right now?
There might be survival pods from other ships out there among the wreckage. Could you look for them? We're doing all we can to keep life support running over here. I can't start a search and rescue operation on my own. If you have any engineers you could loan or some spare parts, my crew and I would be forever grateful.
Our engineers will assist you while we search for survivors. Survivors will definitely give them a better chance at surviving as a species, most definitely. So let's see if we can't find anybody. So, question. Are these... Okay, so these aren't Starfleet survival pods, alright. I was wondering about that.
Thank you, whoever you are. Thank you.
Phew. As if the Federation didn't already have a massive refugee crisis on its hands following the end of the Iconian War and, like, all that shit with the not cool. But this has got to be a few hundred tops, and it won't be a hard time to find a colony. A place large enough for that.
I thought no one would come. Thank you, strangers. Thank you.
These are fairly sizable escape pods, and I know the escape pods on the Walglinde and generally other Galaxy-class starships are designed to support at most 20 people. So, yeah, this could be a lot of people. Hopefully it is. I know my ship has an emergency capacity of like 5,000. Again, that's something from the technical manuals.
Someone heard. By all the gods, someone heard the signal. I'm saved.
Well, you're on board the Walglinde, though, so jury's still a bit out on that, but we'll see. Shit tends to fly around this ship, generally.
Thank you again. May we seek asylum among your kind? Please, we don't have anywhere else to go.
We're sending you the location of Starbase K-13. It's not far from here. That planet was inhabitable, somewhat. I don't know if it could support life, but it certainly could support us for the short time we were there. If those ruins survived as well as they did, it's possible there might still be traces of life on the planet if you looked hard enough. Usable soil, that kind of thing. So, yeah, send them to Starbase K-13. Have fun. That is the nearest Starfleet outpost. But, they're kind of having a bit of trouble with Klingons. Well, and enjoy. Yeah, there's nothing good about this situation. I'm gonna get out of your way, first of all. I don't want you warping through me. Yeah, the Klingons will, the Federation of the Klingons, the 23rd century, smooth foreheaded, warlike Klingons who hate our guts, who you'll be working with. You got a rough road ahead of you. Good luck.
I've confirmed the captain's story. The planet nearby was hit by a proto-matter blast. Estimated casualties in it. Check your long-range sensors. It just happened again. Another detonation.
Hang on. I have to return the aliens. There was like a thing that said return aliens. Am I wrong? Okay.
I've
Whatever.
confirmed the captain's story. The planet nearby was hit by a proto-matter blast. Estimated casualties in it. Check your long-range sensors. It just happened again. Another detonation.
Confirm. Go to red alert.
It is time for a reckoning. The Zenkethi must pay for their crimes. We must go, now, before they escape.
Agreed. See, all hands have reported in. Ready to go on your orders. Warp out. Now entering the Jod Core system. Just said Mimic. Sensors indicate the presence of a pre-industrial civilization on the planet ahead. Its moon shows signs of recent protomatter detonation. I'm detecting Zenkethi life signs on the planet.
Whatever the Zenkethi are doing down there, we need to stop it. Now.
Tactical advice?
Target their cruisers first, if possible. The support they provide to their allies is difficult to deal with as long as they are active. Now is not the time to sit and chew ligament. We should strike now, before they can destroy another planet.
Fat. Chew the fat.
Whatever the Zenkethi are doing down there, we need to stop it. Now.
Agree. Let's get to their planet and stop them. Okay. We are in a combat stance now.
Zenkethi warships! Red alert!
Alliance vessels. This system has been claimed by the Zenkethi Coalition. Your presence is unnecessary. Leave at once.
Wait for it. That's not gonna happen.
You were warned. So be it. We now walk on the path of violence.
Sure. Battle stations.
To battle, fight. Fight. Do not fear death.
Must fight. We'll fight.
Yeah. Really doesn't have anything to do with it. Yeah, this is a post-Iconian War Federation and Klingon task force. Where were you during when the Iconians were coming for everybody?
I'd say the Rescava did quite well in the first battle.
A good battle. Well fought. The honor of victory is ours.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Yes, toss them some heals. There we go. The core, they're Klingons. We're looking after the Lucari right now. Though, I guess we can toss them heals too. I mean, it's not like we're at war anymore or anything. It's not like a lot of my friends died to you Klingons when you declared war on the whole goddamn universe. Let's see. We can beam an away team close to the Zenkethi position. They are currently far from any of the settlements we've detected on the surface. Good. Prime Directive violations will be minimal, and Prime Directive be damned, we're going down anyway to stop this. I like that! Okay, we're gonna bring Ike, because one dinosaur. If you, like, bring a dinosaur to fight the dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. So who are we bringing? Who else? Well, we got Viridek, who's an iguana person. Smoke grenade, photon grenade. Let's see. We have Nell and Exil, who's also an iguana person. Haven't really used him at all. I just gotta, like, I didn't have a character for him at all. I didn't have a character or a character story for him at all, so he's just sort of there. We haven't busted out Hunter for a while. Yeah, we can bring him. Tripwire drone. Alright. Let's do this. Should I bring Ren? Or should I bring Ren? What is Ren equipped with? Okay, he's got some older fleet gear that isn't really going to do much good for him, but he will have better defense because of the crossfire shrivel. You know what, we are going to bring Hunter on this one, because we haven't brought him for a while, and we could all benefit from his veteran trait. Alright, let's do this. So the server's going down in 30 minutes. Kufano. I like that name. Planet Kufano. Server's going down in about 30 minutes for the patch, then it's going to be a couple hours. Let's see if I can't wrap this up. Admiral, I believe the Zenkathi are using some type of jamming technology to conceal the protomatter bomb from us. Finding it could be difficult in this terrain. So that's a no, then. Let's see. Recommendations.
Their weapon is inefficiently shielded. It leaks kaons at a level our tricorders can detect and track. I recommend we scan for elevated kaon levels and follow the signal.
Oh, this is going to take way longer than 30 minutes. Hey everyone, I'm back. Well, I wasn't, from your perspective, I wasn't gone. It was just a jump cut. But it has been a few days because I ran out of time while recording when the server went to server maintenance. So I didn't get to finish this part before the servers went down. And just my luck, there's another server maintenance today. But this time I at least have an hour and a half to finish this mission as opposed to a half an hour to finish this mission. Granted, I spend a lot of that time screwing around and running my mouth, but still, you watch it, it's what you watch is for. So, this is actually a very gorgeous map. Very nice. Yeah, and unfortunately, so the next bit will not be blind. I have substituted Rick for Ren because, as it turns out, this bit of the game, the Zenkathi are tough bastards, and yeah, like, the Zenkathi do not go down easy, so I will be bringing my adapted Mako Pulse Wave as well as my Lurpa. I will be primarily using the Lurpa, not the Pulse Wave. I'll mostly just be using the Pulse Wave to cluster grenade the shit out of them, because these guys take a lot of damage. And the Lurpa is, so like, what's the DPS? That's 213.6 DPS on the Pulse Wave setting, 236.2. Yeah, so my Lurpa, fully upgraded, not fully upgraded, it's not gold yet. I'm still trying to get it to gold, but it edges out the Pulse Wave as far as damage potential goes. And because the Pulse Wave is kind of hampered by the fact it doesn't have a Arc Wave secondary fire, yeah, it's kind of sort of just there. fact, let's see. I could just use this while I close the distance and shoot through their shields. But again, that does very light damage, and they're not going to be feeling that particularly much. The sniper rifle didn't do much to them either. I do have a fleet pulse wave, but the arc wave, it's nowhere near as powerful as the adapted Mako one I have. I do have the cryo launcher. But again, if I'm up close, I might as well be using my Lurpa anyways. And my good old split beam. Which, you know what, on second thought, I am going to use a split beam instead of the pulse wave, because these guys do dispatch a lot of little annoying things around the environment, and it would be really handy to be able to just target them and get rid of them before they start causing problems. So yeah, I brought Ren along, who is also a melee. He's a melee-oriented buff. He's got the Tholian crystalline sword, so he's gonna have a lightsaber that he can shoot energy blasts from. And he's got 3 versions of lunge and 1 version of sweeping strike. So Ren is pretty much all melee all the time, all melee damage, and that seems to be what works the best against Zenkethi. Like, my ranged options don't seem to do that much to them, but that Nano Lurpa hurts the hell out of them. Which it should. I am hitting them with plasma. I am, like, cutting into them with electromagnetically shaped plasma arcs, so one would assume it would hurt. I'm trying, like, I would replace all of Pran's speech with, I would replace all his speech with, Sector and Cyrax from Mortal Kombat, but 1, I'm worried about copyright, and 2, you wouldn't know what the hell he's saying half the time if you were, listening to this while watching a podcast or whatever. Admiral, I believe the Zenkethi are using some type of jamming technology to conceal the protomatter bomb from us. Finding it could be difficult in this terrain. Any recommendations?
Their weapon is inefficiently shielded. It leaks kaons at a level our tricorders can detect and track. I recommend we scan for elevated kaon levels and follow the signal.
Alright, let's scan for kaons and pursue the Zenkethi. So yeah, I will be mainly using this Lurpa. If you would switch to it, please. Remember the button to switch to it, please. There we go. Let's go ahead and bust out this gear. Kumark is here. Kumark is here. There's really nothing much to say. Ren is apparently going to guard Kumark, who is getting quite the I almost said master class, but then I remembered this is Starfleet we're talking about. She's getting quite a crash course. Those are the words I was looking for. A crash course in how the 41st millennium works. There is only war. That's pretty much what the Zenkethi are. That's, if you read the dev blogs, the Zenkethi were a race referred to in Trek lore on screen, but never actually seen. They were, at most, described by Robert Hewitt Wolf as heavily armored lizard things, so Cryptic turned them into the Imperium of Man. Yeah.
The kaon particle traces lead into the valley ahead of us.
So one little moment.
They followed the waterfall.
So one little moment that unfortunately you missed out on was me falling down this waterfall like an idiot instead of taking the path around, like so. It was great. I was gonna do like
The rocks here are causing a lot of interference. We should take another set of scans to get our bearings.
I was gonna do the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure to be continued gag, mid-fall. It was great. It was it was a really nice moment, and unfortunately it got corrupted. God damn it. Nice little cutscene here. oddly in character. Candyman danger senses. Tingling.
The Zinkethi!
They're big and angry.
We now walk the path of violence.
And Dewey!
So be it. Attack!
This is one of my favorite cutscenes in the game. That's a really well done, really atmospheric scene that they really need to do more of.
Zinkethi, see our true warriors fight. You will not stop us.
Get over here. So these techs are what you want to go for, because these guys are assholes. They will fucking... They will spawn all kinds of stuff. They will recharge other shields. They have, like, energy transfer shit. They're really just kind of stressful. And I don't even know what the hell is happening right now. So I'm just gonna, like, kill... I'm gonna take out my stress on something. These guys are tough, by the way. These guys are real tough. They take a lot of damage. I am playing on advanced, so there's probably that, but I imagine that, considering how much this Nanolorper hurts things on normal anyways, they're pretty tough. Yeah, so he spawned, like, an energy drone. Okay. So, there's more tanky bullshit. They'll spawn, like, an energy drone that will, like, give them super shields.
So, there are some Zinkethi with a taste for battle. Cool.
Scans indicate they took the path to the east.
Ow. Rubber bands. The rubber banding is real. Okay. So yeah, like I can't imagine they would be much less durable on normal.
They destroy entire planets.
Okay. I can't imagine they would be much less durable on normal. They take a lot of damage here. And that power drone is more tanky bullshit. It's basically the same thing as the distortions from the Nakul. Like, as long as the distortion's up, you're not doing any damage. Mind you, the Zenkithi are at the very least not space Nazis from Star Trek Enterprise.
Some tactical advantage of these actions for some reason.
So there's that at least. That automatically makes them better than the Nakul in about every way. Yeah. I am so happy we've put the Temporal Cold War behind us, because...
I'm reading Zenkethi life signs ahead. They're waiting for it.
Ah, good. We will meet them in glorious battle.
Now Cryptic can tell a good story again. Like, now Cryptic can tell their own story again, which is what they're doing with the protomatter weapons, and the Lucari, and the Zenkethi, like, and such. Like, they're telling their own story again. It's not quite to the level of the Romulan Republic storytelling, but they're doing their own thing, and that's always good. Like, when Cryptic is just decides to do their own thing. I'm gonna actually give Soren something a bit heavier. Plasma sniper rifle. Terran Task Force Disruptor high density beam rifle. You know what? Let's high density beam rifle or the anti-Tetrion full auto rifle. Let's give her that Disruptor high density beam rifle for now. The Tetrion full auto rifle will screw with their cooldowns, but yeah, let's give her this. I like the way this looks. That looks really cool. That looks really scary. Pity it's nowhere near as powerful as it looks. I kick you. And now we fight. Oh shit. Yeah, Defiance is already popping up. These guys do a lot of damage. They do a lot of damage, they take a lot of damage. That's a bad place to be! They're all over the place too. It's hard to keep track of them with all this shit going on. Kick you in the face. Oh, there's the tech. Alright, I'll hit you. Oh shit, Lima's down. Okay, I gotta go find Lima. Okay. Rise! God. You see all the shit going on. Yeah. Kill this power thing before it starts shielding someone. Come here. Come here. Fight me!
They are using delaying tactics. We must be getting close.
The path continues down from here. The protomatter bomb is still ahead of us.
Oh, there's a drone there. God damn. So yeah, if you got a really hard-hitting melee weapon, that seems to be, like I said
The
before,
Chaos levels are rising. We're getting closer to the protomatter bomb.
that seems to be the way to go against these guys. Just get in their face and deal with them. I am... You win. That's any charge, still any trouble. Just checking. Bruised ribs. Okay. Okay, hang on. I want to heal Lima up. Of course, I can't just bring up the healing UI, because that would be convenient, and we can't have that. There we go. Regeneration cooldown. Damage resistance buff, biocircuitry. Alright. Yeah, they're the Imperium of Man. They're here to exterminate us, the planet. I do not like what that Grenadier is doing. Stack some regens on me. Get the fuck over here. Fight me! Fuck's sake! 1v1 me, asshole! Okay, he be dead. Well, he be dead now. He wasn't dead before.
Ah! They fight like cornered rabbit cows. I can smell them here.
There, just ahead. I see guards. We must be close.
So Krath look like the ensigns of the bunch. They look like the weakest ones. Alright. And I am entertaining the notion.
Trail ends here. I'm reading Zenkethi life signs inside that blocked-off cave.
Blasting through all of that rock will take time. Time we don't have.
I'm reading a tunnel behind that waterfall. One that leads to the cave. We must move quickly.
Let's finish this. Follow the tunnel behind the waterfall into the cave.
Move swiftly, and we can take them by surprise.
Alright, so, knowing what is coming, I am actually going to stop and give Ren a nano weapon. I'm going to give him the red nanopulse. Which, hold on. 3. Shield penetration. Actually, the Shattering Harmonic Sword is better than the enhanced nanopulse. It is better than that, okay. I was mulling it over because this next room is pretty dicey. It's basically a non-stop melee, in fact. Now is the time I'm going to throw that grenade launcher on, because I'm going to need it! Yep. That is about how that goes.
They've set up the protomatter bomb in here.
They've set us up the bomb.
We need to clear the Zencathi from the cave before we can do anything about the bomb.
They only left a few guards. They clearly did not notice this entrance.
Oh, they've got more than that, Rodak. Agreed. Take the Zencathi down and secure the cavern. Ow! Immediately get shot in the face. Alright, so this is sort of a kind of an escort mission, although not really. You're mostly just going to be dealing with a shitload of Zencathi flooding into here. There we go. So, the moment,
That is a huge protomatter matrix.
Is it?
It's controlled by 3 regulator consoles, all active and cycling towards detonation. I can shut it down, but I need time. Cover me while I work.
We got your back, Captain. Shut those bombs down.
More
Shut
than
those bombs.
Shutting down pylon Alpha.
For honor! For the Empire!
Yeah. So, yeah. These guys will constantly spawn to, like, go after Kumark, and you have to stop them. Kumark will take her sweet time.
Soon, victory will be ours. Keep fighting!
He just ran into a friggin' wall of phaser. Just all the phasers. Oh, this guy's right on top of Kumark. Okay. Hey.
Pylon Alpha is offline.
Good job. Please hurry.
Shutting down pylon Beta now.
And this is my big problem with the Zencathi, is they're basically walking tanks, which is cool, but they're walking tanks, like, fully armed with all kinds of ridiculous bullshit, and it just ends up filling the screen with all kinds of crap. You've already seen this multiple times by now. Like, what the hell is going on? You've seen me rubber banding a few times while this was going on too, so it can get confusing. They'll just fill the screen with crap. This isn't going nearly as bad as it did before. Before, this was pretty uphill. Hence why it took so long and why the server went down.
Pylon Beta is shut down.
Yes, please die.
Pylon Gamma is down. We're all clear.
Really? It's down? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, you're still working on Pylon Gamma, lady. Get to it. I have no idea what just happened there. I tried to lunge. Didn't quite work. I was trying to lunge through this little gap here. That didn't go very well. Then I roll. I did a barrel roll. Okay. It's an interesting interesting beam in animation they've got. That's a lot of Zen Cathedral. Ren is down. Where is Ren? Where the fuck is Ren? Where the fuck is Ren? Oh, he's way over here. For fuck's sake. The fuck up. Now might be a good time for some grenades. Ike, now's a really good time to call down a phaser blast. Well, it was a good time while they were grouped together.
We're all clear.
Are we sure this time? Because you said this before.
It's done. All the bombs are deactivated. We can... Wait. Look! These crystal formations are very similar to those we found at the first protobombing site on Draconis 3. This can't be a coincidence. We may have found what the Zenkethi are targeting in these attacks.
They're targeting crystals. Rodek, something to add?
Word from the core. Zenkethi ships are dropping out of water.
Person to Oglinde. Admiral, the Zenkethi are on an intercept course at full impulse. Shall we beam up to the away team? Yes, we shall, and I will demonstrate the weapon in the recent lockbox, the undiscovered lockbox. Yes. The pulse phaser beam banks and arrays. These are actually pretty cool, and I'm going to show them off here. They won't be as powerful as my fleet gear, of course. They're mostly Mark 9 and with one Mark 8, so this might get pretty interesting since I'm not going to be coming at full strength against these guys. But they look really cool, and I'll actually talk more about them as we are dealing with these Zenkethi. Finally gonna finish this mission. Can't wait to be done. This is taking way too long. Admiral, the Zenkethi command ship is hailing us. This ought to be interesting on screen.
Alliance vessels. I am Fleet Admiral Aren Zen Tarak. As you now know, this system has been claimed by the Zenkethi Coalition. Further aggression on your part will not be tolerated. This world is not yours to defend. Leave now, while you're still able.
They even sound like Terminators. They sound like Terminators from Warhammer. They made these guys the Imperium of Man. I can't quite bring myself to have a problem with that. That's cool. Warhammer 40k is cool. Terminators are cool. Let's have the Zenkethi. I mean, that's what the Pharasans are. The Pharasans are the Kzinti from known space. So I can't... Star Trek is full of, all these races that are, references to, various science fiction literature and film. So I can't quite bring myself... I mean, hell, the exocomps are literally from anime. The exocomps, engineering buffs and engineering player characters summoned. They're literally taken from an anime. If you've never watched it, go watch Dirty Pair. I think you can get it from Right Stuff. Go watch the Dirty Pair TV series or any of the OVAs. And check out Nanmo. That's where the name for that little exocomp 8 would summon came from. That's where exocomps are from. So... the Zenkethi are the Imperium of Man from Warhammer. They're basically Terminators in Space Lizard Terminator armor. I can't have a problem with that. I can't hate that. Let's see, Rodek speaks up.
We do not recognize your claims, Zenkethi. Your forces have murdered millions. If you are the leader here, it is you who will answer for these crimes.
We're not going anywhere until this is over.
Then your choice is made. The path of violence. It is one I have walked many times, without fear, without remorse. Come, let us walk it together.
They are so Warhammer, it's ridiculous. If you play, if you ever, I wonder if the demo is still up. If you, play, the demos for, Space Hulk or Deathwing. This is how Terminators talk. This is how the Space Marines talk. Let's see, transmission. The transmission is out. I think that you mean the transmission cuts out? The transmission is out? Whoa, okay. We'll just assume they meant the transmission cuts out suddenly.
Fight now! For honor and glory! Kabla!
Kabla! So this very Terminator-looking thing is the pulse phaser arrays. I have four pulse phaser arrays and a pulse phaser bank. These are meant to be the weapon from Star Trek II Wrath of Khan, but they don't sound anything like it. The phasers from Star Trek II from Wrath of Khan sounded more like buzzsaws, if anything else. So these don't sound like that in any way, shape, or form. They actually sound a lot closer to the Hathaway from the War Games episode early on in the run of Star Trek Next Generation. The Hathaway had pew-pew phasers, and this sounds a bit like that. But what they remind me of even more is the Genesis game. If you played the Star Trek Crossroad, that's Deep Space Nine, but Echoes from the Past or a Final Unity, the Enterprise has these sort of pew-pew phasers, and that's what it reminds me of, is the old Spectrum Holobyte games. Was Echoes from the Past Spectrum Holobyte? It might have been. I don't quite remember. But it reminds me of Echoes from the Past a lot. So I was thinking I might actually do a build. I might actually do a Star Trek The Next Generation Echoes from the Past Galaxy build is what I might do for the Woglinde with the pulse phasers. Of course, I have to get some better ones and upgrade them. I'm gonna deal with this cruiser first. Yeah, this guy's got, like, shield units surrounding him. He's got all kinds of stuff. But, yeah, it also reminds me of all the laser cannons that the Terminators in, well, Terminator are walking around with. Like, the Resistance and the Skynet forces all had, like, these sort of, like, pew-pew laser guns. And this reminds me a lot of that. Yeah, that's something I might do. Something that's as like the Enterprise from Echoes from the Past as I can get. I actually did a lot of gameplay from Echoes from the Past, so you can check out what the phasers look like in those. It is one of those sort of orphan Let's Plays that I did, unfortunately. I never really got around to finishing it because of how really sort of daunting it gets in its later chapters. I went to a lot of trouble to get to a certain point in it, too. Let's go ahead and throw some heals on the... Ow! Throw some heals on the... Throw some heals on the... I went through a lot of trouble to actually get to a certain point in it, too, and then... It got to a point where I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Yeah, let's target these shield repair units. They're pissing me off. Okay, it's just the commander's ship now. Yeah, so the commander's ship deploys like basically like the little worker bees to protect its shields. You got to take them out first, otherwise you're not going to be doing much. They're easy to miss. Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. Pew pew. Pew pew pew. And in case you couldn't notice, from my shields constantly going down, they kind of hurt the Zenkethi battleships. I do not have an insignificant amount of shields. Like, what's each facing is at? It won't tell me. Each facing has a lot of shields. I have a covariant shield on. Okay, kill that thing.
Target's shields have failed.
Feeling pretty lonely over here. Where is Kumark? Okay, the Raskava is having some trouble, it looks like. But he has been disabled.
This is far from over. Tell your leaders, the Zenkethi will not be denied.
I denied you.
Those who try to stop us will be purged. Their hopes will claim.
God damn.
Test us at your peril.
Yes, yes, Emperor protects. We will purge your world with exterminatus and burn the heresy from you. Come on. I can't hate this. I can't hate that they're Terminators. And then they hang out.
Let them flee. Let them run to their masters and whimper like craven targs. Let them whisper of warriors who fight with honor and without fear.
This is a really stupid thing for my character to say. I just want to put out there. I doubt we've seen the last of them. That's just what the Zenkethi just said, and that's exactly what Rodek just said. This is a really kind of dumb thing for your character to say, and your character says some pretty dumb things over the course of this game. So I'm not going to read it.
You may be right. They may return and bring their protomatter weapon with them. Should that day come, I hope to meet them in battle once more with a warrior like you at my side. But for now, I must return to the Empire. There's a matter of great importance that I must investigate there.
Well, General, given Cryptic's propensity for celebrity stunt casting in recent years, I'm pretty sure that we'll be fighting alongside each other sooner than you may think. Also, a matter of great importance to investigate in the Empire. That's interesting. Since all these missions are faction agnostic, I wonder if that means that I'm going to be trucking the Waglinde over to Kronos. It would be kind of interesting to run around the first city as a Starfleet officer. Now that the war is over, I'm sure I would have a much warmer reception than previously, but you never know. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of lingering distrust on both sides after everything that happened, Iconian influence or not. It's been an honor, General.
I think we've found a big piece of the puzzle. I believe the Zenkethi are targeting planets with concentrations of those strange crystals. But why? A riddle for another day, I suppose. For now, we should return and share what we've learned. About everything. Including the fate of Kentar. Do you think they managed to survive somehow?
There are always possibilities, Captain. There are always possibilities, Captain. I don't have... That just sounded goofy coming out of my mouth. There are always possibilities, Captain. I'm kind of lapsing into decay here. I'll go with it. I'll roll with it. It's not quite in character, but whatever. All decks are reported in. We're ready to depart.
So it's true. The Zenkethi have a protomatter bomb. All those lives. No one in the Alliance is comfortable with the Zenkethi having a weapon of genocide. What happened to those planets could happen to any world in Alliance space. We need to know more about it and how to stop it. We need to know more about these crystals you mentioned as well. If they're the key to these attacks, we need to know why.
The heresy crystals. They're made of heresy. That's what they are. Also, this alliance agrees on an awful lot. I'm just saying. The Federation, the Romulan Republic, and the Klingon Empire seem to agree on a lot these days. And, I don't think I'll be using either of these traits, but, Reconnaissance Deflector. Shield capacity, drain expertise, nah. I have the regular Mako deflector equipped. It's essentially a super beefy positron deflector. It gives you lots of hull capacity, gives you lots of shield capacity, gives you lots of shield regen as well, I think. So it's a very good defensive deflector to have. And I have had it for ages, and I have not found a deflector yet that would convince me otherwise. And 7th anniversary prize voucher, that'll go into my bank, unused and unloved. Because I will not grind for that. Let's see, 1 specialization point. Getting that 1 specialization point has lost a lot of its meaning now that, like, the Admiralty system will give you specialization points frequently. So, I'm going to go for the tech upgrade this time. Enhanced Universal Tech upgrade. No quality improvement chance, no dilithium cost. So I am going to move that to R&D. Are you over here? Are you here? Did I just chuck that out? No, it's right there. It's right there. So I'm probably going to save these things for now, because I'm going to need them for all these pulse phasers I'm probably going to get. Probably going to do that, because that's awesome. That is signs and portents. Interesting, there's a number of different ways this can go from here. Rodek is heading back to the Klingon Empire to investigate something. And we have these crystals that nobody knows what the hell they are. That might be something for me to research. There's probably a canon reference there that I'm not getting, but seeing as Cryptic takes most of their canon references from Memory Alpha, I could probably look on Memory Alpha, I think, and figure out what's going on. But, I'll save the further speculation for the next mission they release, whenever that is. Artifacts was only one mission after all, so yeah. And I will see you guys then. I will probably post a video in the coming weeks giving an update on my Echoes from the Past build with the pulse phasers. I'm probably going to go all arrays. The recharge time on the pulse phaser banks doesn't feel right. It feels a bit slow. So I'm probably going to replace that with an array if I'm going full-on Echoes from the Past pew-pew phaser build. And we'll see where that goes. So until then, I will see you guys later.